Hello, Globetrotters. Welcome back to Talk Travel with Glen, the podcast that's all about exploring the world without maxing out your credit cards. I'm your host, Glen, and today we're ditching the idea that travel is only for the wealthy. Let's face it, whether you're a student just starting your career or simply budget-minded, the urge to explore is strong. But those travel costs, they can put a serious damper on your plans. Between flights, accommodations, and dining out, it can feel like you need to be a millionaire to see the world. But guess what? 2024 is the year that's about to change everything. I've got the lowdown on 5 incredible destinations that are not only jaw-droppingly beautiful, but also surprisingly easy on the wallet. We're talking meals for under $5, dorm beds for under $10, and activities that won't have you checking your bank balance every 5 minutes. Forget sacrificing fun or living on ramen. We're about to redefine what it means to travel on a budget. Now, you might be wondering, why is this topic so important? Well, we all know that travel costs have been on the rise lately. Inflation, fuel prices, you name it. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for our wallets. But here's the thing. Travel is an investment in yourself, not just a luxury. It opens your mind, exposes you to new cultures, and creates memories that'll last a lifetime. So, we're not letting those rising costs hold us back. Instead, we're getting smart, seeking out those hidden gems that haven't been overrun by tourists and inflated prices. Vietnam, this Southeast Asian gem, is a sensory overload in the best way possible. Imagine wandering through bustling markets overflowing with colorful produce, tasting the explosion of flavors in a steaming bowl of pho, and cruising through the emerald waters of Halong Bay on a traditional junk boat. The best part? You can do all of this without breaking the bank. In cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, you can easily find street food meals for less than $2. And if you're into history and culture, the Cu Chi tunnels used during the Vietnam War offer an unforgettable experience for a small fee. For accommodation, check out the charming homestays scattered throughout the country, where you can immerse yourself in local life and enjoy home-cooked meals for a fraction of the price of a hotel. Next, we're heading to Europe, to the sun-kissed shores of Portugal. This country is a treasure trove of history, culture, and, surprise, surprise, affordability. Lisbon, the capital, is a vibrant city with stunning architecture, lively neighborhoods, and a thriving food scene. Indulge in fresh seafood at a traditional tasca, savor a pastel de nata, a delicious custard tart, and sip on some of the world's most affordable wine. For a unique experience, hop on a vintage tram and explore the city's charming hills and alleyways. And if you're looking for a beach getaway, head south to the Algarve region, where you'll find golden beaches, dramatic cliffs, and picturesque fishing villages, all without the hefty price tag of other European coastal destinations. Destination 3, Bolivia. Ready for something truly off the beaten path? Let's journey to Bolivia, a land of contrast with towering mountains, lush rainforests, and the otherworldly Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. This South American country is a dream for budget travelers, with affordable tours to the Amazon jungle, the Uyuni Salt Flats, and the colorful city of La Paz. You can even hike the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, starting in Bolivia for significantly less than you would from Peru. And don't miss the chance to experience the vibrant indigenous culture with colorful markets, traditional festivals, and friendly locals who are always happy to share their stories. Destination 4, Nepal.
If adventure is calling your name, Nepal should be at the top of your list. This Himalayan nation is a haven for trekkers, with world-famous trails like the Everest Base Camp Trek and the Annapurna Circuit offering breathtaking views of snow-capped peaks. But even if you're not a hardcore hiker, Nepal has plenty to offer. Explore the ancient city of Kathmandu, with its ornate temples and bustling streets, or visit the serene lakeside town of Pokhara, a gateway to the Annapurna region. And of course, you can't miss the chance to try authentic Nepali cuisine like momos, dumplings, and dal bhat, lentil soup with rice, which are both delicious and affordable.
It's Laos. That's right, this Southeast Asian hidden gem is not only stunningly beautiful, but it's also ridiculously affordable. Imagine delicious meals for under $3, dorm beds for under $10, and activities that won't even make a dent in your budget. Laos is a land of lush jungles, cascading waterfalls, and ancient temples. It's a place where time seems to slow down, and you can truly disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. One of the highlights is the Kwangsi Falls, a multi-tiered waterfall paradise you won't believe you can experience on such a small budget. You can swim in the turquoise pools, hike through the surrounding forest, and even visit a bear rescue center located nearby. Another must-see is Luang Prabang, a UNESCO World Heritage City with stunning temples, bustling night markets, and a laid-back atmosphere. And let's not forget the food. Lao cuisine is a flavorful blend of fresh herbs, spices, and grilled meats. Don't miss out on trying lap, a traditional minced meat salad, or khao soi, a rich and creamy coconut curry noodle soup. You can find these dishes and more for just a few dollars at local street stalls and markets. And now, I have a special treat for you. I'm joined by Monica, a seasoned budget travel expert who's explored the world on a shoestring. Monica, welcome to Talk Travel with Glen.
Thanks for having me, Glenn. It's always a pleasure to talk about budget travel. I'm excited to share some of my tips and tricks for traveling on a budget.
So Monica, let's dive right in. What inspired you to start traveling on a budget? Was there a specific trip or experience that sparked your passion for affordable adventures?
Absolutely. It all started when I was in college, strapped for cash, but desperate to see the world. I took a solo backpacking trip through Southeast Asia, and that's when I realized that you don't need a lot of money to have incredible experiences. I stayed in hostels, ate street food, and took local buses, and it was the most rewarding trip of my life.
That sounds amazing. So, what would you say are the biggest misconceptions about budget travel?
The biggest one is that it's all about sacrificing comfort and fun. That couldn't be further from the truth. Budget travel is about being resourceful and creative. It's about finding those hidden gems that offer incredible value for your money. You can still have luxurious experiences on a budget. It just takes a little more planning and research.
I totally agree. So, let's talk about the practical side of things. What are your top 3 tips for finding cheap flights?
Be flexible with your dates and destinations. If you're not set on specific dates or places, you can often find amazing deals by being open to different options. Use flight comparison websites. These websites can help you compare prices from different airlines and find the best deals. Consider budget airlines. Budget airlines often offer incredibly low fares. but be sure to read the fine print and factor in any additional fees for baggage or seat selection.
Those are great tips. What about accommodations? Any recommendations for finding budget-friendly places to stay?
Absolutely. Hostels are always a classic option, especially if you're traveling solo or on a tight budget. Many hostels offer private rooms as well as dorms, so you can have some privacy if you need it. Another great option is to look for guest houses or homestays, where you can often get a more authentic local experience for a lower price. And don't forget about house sitting or couch surfing, which can be a great way to save money on accommodation.
Now, food is always a big part of travel. How do you manage to eat well on a budget?
I love exploring local markets and street food stalls. Not only is it delicious and authentic, but it's also incredibly affordable. You can often find a filling meal for just a few dollars. I also recommend cooking some of your own meals if you have access to a kitchen. This can save you a lot of money, especially if you're traveling for a longer period of time.
That's great advice. And finally, any tips for staying safe while traveling on a budget?
Yes, definitely. It's important to research your destination beforehand and be aware of any potential safety concerns. Let someone know your itinerary and check in with them regularly. And be sure to keep your valuables secure, whether you're staying in a hostel or exploring a new city.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Monica. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank you, Glenn. It's been great chatting with you. Happy travels, everyone.
That's all for today's episode. But before we go, I want to hear from you. What are your favorite budget travel destinations? Share your tips and stories on social media using the hashtag #TalkTravelWithGlen. And as a special thank you for tuning in, I'm giving away a budget-friendly travel item to one lucky listener. To enter, simply subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share your favorite budget travel tip in the comments.
Travel far and wide, let's take flight. See the world's wonders, day and night. From sandy beaches to mountain peaks, every adventure, a memory we keep. Join the journey, share the thrill. Every video brings a new chill.